Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video I wanna show you how to use and customize the mod I made recently for Kingdom Come Deliverance game, the third-person camera mod. First of all, I wanna mention that this mod is not completely workable. It has some serious limitations. I'll show you what exactly. Sorry about my English, I know it's not perfect, but I hope that you will get the general idea. One more thing I wanna mention is that this mod is based on Steam version of the game, and it is possible that it won't work on, like, GOG on other versions. So that's all. Let's start with installation. Once you download it, you will have two files and one folders inside. Copy this folder, third-person camera case. Go to your mods directory, to your Kingdom Come Deliverance folder, and then to mods folder. In case you don't have any mods folder, just create one and paste it here. I won't do that because I already have third-person camera keys installed, but you just have to paste it here. What else? User config file, just copy that, go to your main Kingdom Come Deliverance folder and paste it here. In case you already have the user config file, just open it. Open my config file as well, copy that, and just place it somewhere below the strings you already have, like that. And the one last thing is camera tool is executable file. It does not matter where you place it, it can be stored any place you wish on your computer. So you have to run this. You will have to run it every time you start the game in case you want to use this mod. After that, well, one more thing. Your antivirus software may react to this. It may warn you about some viruses or something like that. Just ignore it. It has no viruses. This is just how antivirus may react to cheat engine trainer, and this thing is basically a trainer. So now you have to start the game. I think I will pause the video for now because it will take some time to load. Here it is. Now, once you're in the game, you have to use these hotkeys in order to run this mod. First of all, use F1 hotkey in order to run the debug mod. I must tell you that it is not mine script. It was written by the guy which nickname is expired. Thanks him a lot for these things. It's really helpful. So first of all, you press F1. Once you do it, you have to be able to hear the sound, like beep, something like that. This means, in case you hear the sound, it means the mod is activated. After that, you use F5 and F6 hot buttons in order to turn on and off third-person camera. And you also have to use F7 and F8 in order to customize the offset of the U-axis of the camera. So, first of all, press F1. In case you hear the sound, this means the mod is activated. Now press F5. Here it is. Basically, you are in third-person mode now. What I want to tell first, this camera has no collisions. It will clip through ground, through walls and through everything. Use mouse wheel in order to increase and decrease the distance between your camera and your character. As you can see, it does not work as we want it to, because when we increase in distance, it just the pivot point is pretty much strange. It looks on the camera starts to look on our character boots, but not on himself. So that is why just use F7 and F8 hot buttons in order to move the camera, increase the camera by Y-axis. For example, F7. Here it is. In case you deactivate F7 and activate F8, it will move even higher, like that. Okay? So, let's do it in F7. A few words about key bindings. I changed them, and even if you turn off your third-person camera mode, even you go back to the default first person, the key bindings will still remain the same. Unfortunately, I don't know the way to just switch between them. Okay, so the main difference is then that A and D buttons, which originally have to move your character left and right, now they will not move him, they will rotate him instead. So you press D, he rotates right. You press A, he rotates left. I changed a lot of buttons. I can't even remember what I actually did. I will attach some kind of illustration of a new case mapping, but that is the main difference. AD will be for rotate, and Q and E will be for move left and right. This control scheme will work for gaming mouse. You know, by gaming mouse I mean the mouse which has more than 3 buttons on it, like this one. I hope you can see it. This buttons. In case you have it, everything is alright, and this control scheme will work for you. In case you don't have any additional buttons on your mouse, then I will also create one more controlling scheme for the ordinary mouse. So basically that it is. You can press, if I remember, Shift and mouse wheel will double. You know, my English is too poor for that. Sorry, guys. I think you understand what I mean. The camera will move faster, and the distance will be doubled when you move when your mouse wheel. In case you press Ctrl and mouse wheel, it will decrease the distance camera, the increasing and decreasing distance. Let's call it that way. So basically that it is. One more thing about field of view. Unfortunately, you can't customize it through your game settings. It won't work. You can also try to use the console in order to change the full value, but I'll save you time. It won't work as well. In case you want to change the field of view value, you just first of all deactivate U axis, this thing which moves camera up, like that. Then press Alt plus F2, go to NVIDIA Ansel, and you can customize the field of view value here. And when you exit NVIDIA Ansel, as you can see, the value will be saved. So let's decrease it a bit. As for limitations, the first thing, you cannot interact with anything which is high above you or under your character's feet, like curb picking. It's become absolutely impossible because he cannot actually aim with this camera. In case we move, let me find some flowers. In case we move our camera down, the game just don't understand that our character have to look down too. So he's unable to pick these flowers. But in case you have a controller connected to your computer as well as keyboard, you can take the controller and try to use this stick in order to make him rotate his head like that. He still can't find anything, but sometimes it works. Sometimes he understood that there's some kind of flowers or whatever. See? Like that. And now we can gather it. Well, I know it's pretty much a retarded way to control your character, so just know that you can do that, and it's up to you to use it or not. One more thing, as you can see, when his head is still, I don't know how to say it in English, he's just looking down, and we don't want him to look down, so deactivate the camera. He has no head now, because we deactivated camera and the y-axis offset is still on, so that's why it's happening. Just what I wanna tell you is when you activating your third person camera mode, you have to look just in front of the whatever. My English is too poor, sorry. You have to look straight forward. Don't look down, don't look up, look just like that. Then you activate the camera, adjust the y-axis, and everything works fine. So you cannot use bow in this mode. No archery is supported, unfortunately, because let me show you. Take the bow. You can actually equip it, and you can try to do something with it, but as far as you can see, we are not able to aim with this camera, so actually the bow is useless when we use it. As for... Стой, не уходи.
Don't move a finger.
I don't know why this guy attacked me, but whenever. I wanna show you how to... Wait. Take some kind of sword. If you think about ordinary battles, it... Ну, блин, давай, ты чё? Подожди, я не понимаю. I don't know why he had to... Okay, we died. Whatever. What I wanted to show you is that the ordinary combats actually works fine as far as I can see, but when we in combat mode, our character cannot... It's the thing about key bindings, so as far as you remember, we rebind it's A and D, so it is a rotation now, and while you're in combat mode, you cannot rotate since it is targeted on your enemy, and that is why you have to use Q and E buttons instead. Let me pause the video. I try to load it. So, a few words about dialogue camera. What's up?
Jesus Christ be praised.
As you can see, I don't know how this thing is called. Originally, the thing which do some kind of projections in original game, it won't work. This is how our dialogue camera will look, and in case I have a hotkey, you will see it's in trainer description. It will, as far as I remember, it's page down. Yes, it's page down and page up. It will disable the dialogue depth of field effect. But I must warn you, in case you play in first person and you press page down, press the hotkey for deactivating dialogue DOF, it won't only deactivate the DOF, but in first person mode it also deactivate the entire dialogue camera, so you will look to the person you communicate with from the first person perspective. That is how it is. Now let's go to training just in order to show you how fighting works. Training combat.
I'd like to train a bit.
What weapon would you...
Short sword.
I'd like to train with a short sword. Like a... just
No
on its own.
shield.
Right, lad. Grab your piece, and we'll get stuck in.
Ну всё хорошо. So here it is. You can fight actually as you ordinarily do that, but you cannot do some combos, okay? Because as I said before, aiming do not work, and you cannot move your sword up and down and left and right and such things. But everything else, I think it should work as it's supposed to be. Remember, while in combat, use Q and E buttons in order to move, because otherwise he will just stand, the Henry, he will just stand on one place, because AD is rotation, and rotation it is not work in combat. So that is, I think I pretty much covered everything. One more thing, you are not able to use this camera when you're doing alchemy or smithing or dice playing or something like that, because this camera will not zoom, okay? It will not zoom, and that is why it is almost impossible to do some potion or whatever. So to activate the camera when you're doing dice smithing and wait a second, I just exit the battle because I don't like this guy beating me. So basically that is, you can call your horse, and while you're on horse I recommend you to disable this y-axis offsets, because you just will be able to see your character better, like that, okay? So, I don't know what else to add. As I said, it has a lot of limitations, a lot of restrictions, it is pretty much buggy, but just use it if you wish, and don't use it if you don't wish. Simple as that. All, I did not test it much, but as far as I can see, all animations works pretty fine. So we can ride, we can ride our horse, we can do some stealth kills, pickpocketing, lock picking, all of these things works fine as far as I can see now. So basically that it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.